Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for September 2022. I already know I'm late. Please forgive me. Very seldom am I late, but maybe it's just meant to be that way. I have had a lot of Libras reach out though and say, please do our reading, Sandy. Please, I mean a lot of you. So I'm going to do your reading. See what's going on, because it feels like there's a little bit of urgency. I do want to take a second and let you know this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You certainly could be intuitively guided, which more and more of you are. Thank you for paying attention to your intuition. Just means that, there's a sign. There's some type of sign, some type of guidance to help you. You may be in love with a Libra. I know I love a lot of Libras. My nephew, who is right on the cusp of Virgo and Libra, September 24th. My beautiful granddaughter, Lily, is the 14th of October. And my beautiful sister, Tracy, who is now in spirit, is the 15th. That is Sean's mom. And I feel she has been in our readings from the get-go. Truly. I have to say I've been feeling my dad's energy very strong lately. So I don't know, some of you may have like fathers who have crossed over or here to help in some way, whatever the case may be. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking, get into your reading. Though I do want to say real quick, I want to remind you about the membership program. And I'm only really bringing it up because people get confused. It's 3 different tiers. And each tier offers something. So tier 1 is just a thank you for your work, Sandy. It's $2.99, I think. So I thank you for that. Tier 2 is, I think, $9.99. And that gives you special readings at least once a week. Definitely once a week. You get your weekly reading. I try to do it on Sunday. I try to give it to you on Sunday to have it ready, for the week. And tarot lessons. So we're doing tarot lessons. And then tier 3 is all that. Plus we do live readings where, we all connect at the same time. We try to find what day fits us both. But I can split that up too. Do some in the day, some in the evening. But that's where really it's unlimited questions. You can ask me whatever you want for as long as you want. I really try not to put a time limit on it. So those are the 3 different tiers. So you would just want to make sure that, if you're interested in one thing, that you're paying attention to the tier that you join. And I'm sure you can change it as you go along. I don't know that much yet. All I know is it will not affect my regular channel. I want you to know that too. But I'm really loving the membership because, like I already feel like I know all of your souls. Like I feel like if you're brought to a reading, I can feel your energy. But yeah, membership. And by the way, the tier 3, I'm going to keep that. I'm thinking to like 30 people. I don't want to get it too big. And I am at, I think, 11 right now. So at 30, I may cut it off. I mean, we'll see. But, I want to keep it somewhat intimate. Okay, back to you, Libra. So we're going to use 4 different decks, guys. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot for your main spread today. I'm going to use the Luminous Tarot as one of your clarifiers, or, like I like to say, to go a level deeper. And I am also going to use the Crystal Vision as your main clarifier, or the first level. Well, this is the first level, second level, let's say, third level. But we're going to start with Mother Mary and get our words of wisdom. This is the Mother Mary Oracle. Let me bring the lid down a little bit. Let's give it a shuffle or two. Everything's always pre-shuffled. This is your monthly reading, and I want you to understand, for those that are new, this is going to be a longer reading. They've been averaging about an hour, I have to say, but if that's what's needed, then that's what's needed. So, if you're someone who can't handle long readings, then I don't know. It's not like I want to tell you to go, because I feel like even if you're someone who like prefers short readings, if you're here, there's a reason. So, okay, your monthly read or your bonus readings are usually shorter, and I will connect your bonus readings to the end of this video. All right, you got 2 cards, 2 messages. Mother. Mother. I open my heart to my mother's humanness and divinity. I open my heart to my mother's humanness. You know, it's almost like the feeling of forgiveness, right? Because, you know, we're all human, right? We're all spirit in the human body, but really it's like, you know, we're just trying to find our way, figure this out, you know, and I can think of many things as a mother that, you know, I wish I would have done differently. But, you know, when you know better, you do better sometimes. Maybe not always. Mother. You know, and listen, I feel like this could certainly be for some of you. It is your mother, you know, and I'm saying that because, again, my nephew and his mom are both Libras. So this could certainly be for some, you know, saying your mother is involved, even if in the physical plane things weren't great. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, I feel love. I feel the love. Okay. Integrity. Integrity. Well, you're all about fairness and balance. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Mother and integrity. And we'll read them at the end of the reading, because from the book, that is, because that is where it is most profound. And it is always profound. All right. Let's get into the Light Seers. This is the Light Seers Tarot. Pre-shuffled, but we'll go ahead and shuffle it. And what I'm going to do with... Okay, we'll give it one more shuffle. I'm going to let your story unfold with the Light Seers, and then we're going to shuffle with these 2 decks. We're going to look for synchronicities. I mean, I'm looking at everything. But that's why I like to use different decks, because I want to look for the synchronicities, the patterns, that type of thing. Let's give them a cut. Bring it down a little bit more. Okay. Let's begin. Well, I have the Devil, card of Capricorn. This can talk about things that tempt you. If it's not a Capricorn for you, you know, it is about temptation. It can be about illusions, you know, like I feel like I'm stuck, or I feel like I can't change something, when it's truly an illusion, because you can. I know not everything, but I don't know. You know, I often feel if I'm in this energy and I'm not a Capricorn, then there could be something that I feel tied to, or I think that I'm tied to it. But truly, not in this card, but normally you'll see someone who's like in a cage, and they think that they're like they can't get out of that cage. But truly the door is wide open. So it's the devil's influence, let's say. 2 of Pentacles. Making a choice about something. 2 of Pentacles, they call it the Juggler's card. Means I got a lot of balls up in the air. But truth be told, I feel like this is talking about also the logical mind. You have 2 Earth cards side by side. So my logical mind Is this something, it's interesting because the devil's holding out his hand like to tempt me to take his hand, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So, using the logical mind to make this decision. And, to me, I read this as if I'm deciding on something, one of the ways I want to look at it is, will this expand my life, my world, or the situation, or will it deflate me? Will I have to lower my vibration? We don't want to lower our vibration to meet in others. We want them to raise their vibration to meet us. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the Ace of Wands. Wow, this is like inspired action. When you think of the wands, think of passion, desire. Your action can be another's action also. But this feels like epiphanies. If you just look at the cards, it's like she's receiving epiphany. It's just like her third eye, right? Trust your intuition as it comes to whatever decision that you're trying to make. Wow, Three of Wands. That's good. First of all, if this is not a Capricorn, the devil is not a Capricorn. I really think they need to rename that, but I don't know. Matter of fact, many of you, I've told many of you I'm going to do my own tarot cards, and I finally found my artist, and I may name them differently. I don't know. I just feel like there's certain cards you just need a new name. Anyway, Three of Wands. This is how you're looking at your future. This is an optimistic viewpoint. This is saying to yourself, I know my ships are coming in. I don't know when. I don't know exactly what they're going to look like. I don't know what's on the ships. Could be treasures. Could be a person. Could be an opportunity. Maybe all of the above. This is kind of letting go of the control of how everything must show and trusting within yourself. Again, I feel like you're receiving some type of inspired energy to move you forward in something. I mean, we go from the Ace of Wands directly to the 3, so we're skipping the 2. The 2 might be where, I don't even want to say think about it. I just feel like you're moving into this. You're moving into it. So there's something, I feel like you're saying yes to something. We have the Page of Swords coming under the devil. We have the 9 of Cups. It just kind of feels like, well, let's put it this way. I feel like, I'm in my life and things are pretty good. They may not be great, but they're pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied. If I really look, I may not be rich or what have you, but I still have blessings that I'm very thankful for. I feel like in the 9 of Cups, it is, first of all, it's a 9, so, it's reflection. It's reflection on what I am thankful for. Also, it's singular. But that may be changing. I don't know. Because, again, the 9 of Cups is like, the 2 of Pentacles above that 9 of Cups, it's almost like, is that moving you out of singular energy? And it doesn't even have to be love. It could just be partnership. I can't wait to go back and clarify the devil a little bit more. We have the Empress. Hello. This is beautiful coming under the Ace of Wands because, first of all, this is the Mother. This is the Mother card. Mother. Do I think some of you are being spiritually advised by a mother? I do. Like helping to guide your steps? I do. Does it mean you have to listen? You have to follow? No. I feel like there is inspiration coming to you, Libra. You know, you have the Page of Swords here, and if you look at her, you know, she's got her head down in this book, but like she's these light bulbs above her. You know, they're kind of like balloons, right? But I feel like they're epiphany after epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. The Empress is about to give birth to something. The Empress is very creative. This can talk about your creative house, and something that is, again, inspired, like inspired action from this Empress. You know, the Empress is loving, she's nurturing, she's strong, she's very wise. She doesn't have to be old. I don't want you to think that. It just means this is someone who has taken the time to reflect upon maybe each cycle, if it needed it, to better understand it. The Empress extracts the wisdom from the situation and lets the pain go. I know that's easier said than done. Sometimes only time can do that. But I also feel like, you know, because you're being inspired here, I don't know. I feel like whatever it is you're giving birth to, it's like, Page of Wands. Interesting, we have two pages mirroring each other. Page of Wands, you know, if it's a person, could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This would be someone who would be younger, though, or of an earlier time. That's how I read pages. But it can also be news, right? News that is, you know, coming your way. This could certainly talk about communication. I also have to say, I feel like some of you are trusting in your voice more. You know, it's almost like you're going to use your voice in a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be like I'm using my spiritual voice. Maybe you're a singer, right? And maybe you just wrote a great song. And maybe it hits #1. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. Maybe, you know, nobody would listen to you, but then you put your song on YouTube and, you know, you get 1 million views. So it's inspired action. It's passionate type energy. You know, it's creative. I feel the Page of Wands is like my Fool. I feel this page will take a chance, especially with the Three of Wands right above it. This is something I feel like you're getting excited for. Listen, you may not be here yet. You may not be at this energy yet, but this energy over here feels very, very good. All right, let's see who's at the bottom of the deck. All right. 9 of Swords. This is probably why I had a lot of people reaching out. 9 of Swords. First of all, it's at the bottom of the deck. That's good news. This is energy that potentially wants to leave. It is a 9. So I want to reflect upon it. I want to take a moment and understand why I'm in this energy. This is the energy of, it could be excessive worry, right? It can be like, you know, like, I just feel like, you know, everything I do is going to be doomed. But that's illusionary again. This is the energy where you want to be careful because it can move from like that self-created prison from the 8 of Swords to depression, isolation. But I feel like that's changing. Let's see what's under it. Let's just take a peek. Wow, we have the Magician. You know, it's like your higher self wants you to reflect upon that, to eliminate it. Something may be calling you that doesn't feel right, and I just want to say if it doesn't feel right, then it probably isn't right. But on the other hand, I feel like there's also something else that's calling for you that feels very right. But again, you have to use your own spiritual discernment. Okay. Let's bring in the light seers and let's just get right into this. Let's go a little bit deeper here. For a few of you, the devil is a Capricorn. And he or she may be reaching out. Could be reaching out with the hopes to collaborate together, to give birth to something with you. I feel like I also may have a few Capricorns here. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the King of Pentacles coming over the devil. Some of you, it is a Capricorn. Interesting. You probably don't want you don't want to hear this, but with the Seven of Swords coming over him, doesn't feel good. Seven of Swords is untrustworthy energy. Now, could someone evolve? Of course. I don't know, though, if they have here. Right? Because it's not coming out in a, I don't know, like a cheerful type of way. It's coming out more of like what has been done to you. Seven of Swords is the thief in the night. It's energy I can't trust. Listen, maybe nothing happened, but I still feel like I can't trust. And, I often think if I'm with someone that, I can't trust them, whether they're cheating or they're not cheating, I'm still feeling that energy. So to me, it's just like, I got to think about that. And listen, I've been there. Been there, done that. So I can't put this king at this moment in a good light. I feel like there may be some who would be like, but Sandy, it's really what I want. But okay. Because the choice will be yours, of course. What the heck? Well, we have two that came face up. The rest I'm putting back in the deck. Anyways, the choice will be yours. And, I'm not going to say that someone could not have evolved or had realizations, especially with this Page of Swords. Maybe someone did have these realizations, and then again, Page, you can, if it's of an earlier time, there is some immaturity. It's just the way it is, right? We're immature until we're mature, until we learn through life's experiences. I do feel like this king in some way has hurt you. I feel like that's why the Nine of Swords is there. Again, reaching out his hand, can be a she. I'm just saying he because it's a guy on the picture. But definitely reaching out his hand, and then you immediately are put in, it's like the question is laid upon you. Let's keep going. We have the Hermit, card of Virgo. I feel like, if anything, as this relates to a decision about someone or something that, I don't know. I just feel like if someone or something is coming towards me, right, wanting me to take their hand, but at one time they had the Seven of Swords, right? At least they have it right now, actually. And again, that's untrustworthy energy. Now, could they have evolved? Again, they could have. But then we have the Hermit, and I feel like the Hermit, first of all, card of Virgo, how interesting, this King of Pentacles. has both Capricorn and Virgo connected to it. Some of you may be deciding between a Capricorn or a Virgo, or you will be. But let's look at this as helping you make a decision, right? The Hermit's been through the dark night of the soul. The Hermit has found the light, right? The Hermit figures out that he is the light, that you are the light. And, you know, great wisdom has been found through the Hermit's energy. I feel like when I'm in the Hermit energy, I'm asking Spirit, God, Divine, the big questions. The big questions. Like, I'm not interested in another karmic type energy. That means there was a lesson, right? If you were in karmic relationships, and they can become patterns, because until we learn the lesson, whatever that may be, and it's going to be individual for each of us, we could find ourselves just repeating that pattern over and over again. The Hermit, though, I feel like would break that pattern. Again, 9, reflection. This is true reflection because it's coming over the Two of Pentacles. Hello, lovers. Coming over the Ace of Wands. Interesting, because I feel like almost like a spiritual connection to someone. You know, the Lover's meaning is a head over heart decision. And it could be that, right? Because we do have the Two of Pentacles. But this is also about a chemistry. You know, and interesting enough, the Devil card in many of the, in a lot of different tarot decks, you'll see the lovers, but they're chained. Like they're chained to each other. Here they're not chained. I also feel like there's someone who may be giving someone a title that perhaps they don't deserve. Now, there could be many different titles, but like my one and only. No. And I'm saying no because I feel like, no. There's more than one. I could be calling someone a twin flame who's not, right? A false twin. You know, and you want to be careful with that because, you know, if I think of someone as my twin, but I'm not really sure, I could tie myself to that energy, right? I could give myself false hopes that, well, if it's a twin, it'll all work out. Not necessarily, because free will is free will. I'm saying that because I'm feeling a disconnect between the Devil's energy, which again is the untrustworthy energy, and then the energy that wants to come in. I feel like this is someone, First of all, it's a card of Gemini. You got Virgo and Gemini side by side, both ruled by Mercury. Interesting. Like these cards I wanted to come out. All right, let's keep going. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles coming under that coming over that Three of Wands. This is very good for your money sector, by the way. You know, I want to go back to what I was talking about in the beginning, where I feel like this Empress is giving birth to something. I feel like this is the time, you know, on the 10th is the harvest moon. The harvest moon. Think about that. This is when we should be having a harvest. But it depends on the seeds that we planted in the spring. Well, if I didn't plant any seeds in the spring, maybe I need to start planting them right now. Nine of Pentacles. This is successful self-employment. This is success within whatever it is you're creating and building. This is a very independent type energy. It doesn't mean, independent outside of a relationship. No, I just mean I have an independent spirit now. I can take care of me. Some of you, this could be talking about a great collaboration. Okay, let's keep going. Well, Knight of Pentacles. First of all, the Knight of Pentacles is coming over this Page of Swords. Again, where I feel like this page is receiving epiphany after epiphany. It's almost like she's psychic. He's psychic, right? Very intuitive, if nothing else, right? Because it's like I see it in a book. Now, that can be inspired by, it doesn't have to be a book. But I feel like this person intentionally is being inspired. Knight of Pentacles. This knight is bringing something into your physical world. Whatever it's bringing in, you can trust. Because this is the most trusted knight. I feel this is your guardian angel's energy that brings in this pentacle. So to me, it feels like very important, perhaps life-changing. Pay attention to the signs. Sign, everywhere, sign. That's what I feel like. The Knight of Pentacles is also the slowest moving knight, right? But it's moving slow with purpose. It could be waiting for, with these nines, for you to have a final reflection upon something so you can either close a door to something so a new door can open. That's what the knight would bring you, right? Something is going to open up this new door, or even just an avenue. But again, it comes in at the right time. Well, another knight. Holy Knights. 6 of Wands. Energy of victory coming over this Empress. I feel like we're going 2 different places here with your reading. I feel like, first of all, it is talking about love. First of all, as love, I feel like I need to be careful. If someone is coming back, because that's a real potential, that is not good for me, or their vibration is lower than mine. With the Empress here, first of all, you should know that right away. You'll feel it. And if you feel it, trust it. Right? Because if it's a pattern, it's like holding my hand out. It's an energy of I'm tempted to take that hand. You know what I mean? But truthfully, like, I feel like, well, I'm not. And I mean that as like that power no longer is over me. Like, their power is no longer over me. Their influences are no longer over me. Matter of fact, I feel like, truth be told, you seem to be having the ability to really, I don't know, create. I mean, I know you're already creating your life and you're building your life, but I feel like, this is talking about joy and happiness and independence, and the Lovers here too. And by the way, the Hermit's looking right over at the Lovers, illuminating the Lovers. Here, it's kind of in the dark. Anyway, 6 of Wands, energy of victory. Interesting how these 2 knights are coming in towards each other. And again, this Knight of Pentacles being your guardian angel. What that means to me is one of your guides. And I feel like, well, I know we have many different guides, and I feel like, different guides step up for different situations. This kind of feels life-changing, though. I also feel like this is the energy of Archangel Michael, almost like protecting you from what may, how do I say this, what won't serve you. I feel like you got someone coming back I'm not really trusting that energy. I wish I could, but I don't. Again, it does not have to be an earth sign, even though we do have Capricorn, then the King of Pentacles, and the Virgo. By the way, Virgo is moving this direction. If I'm deciding between two, even if it's a partnership, this could be giving us a little bit of help. Feels like this night could be like communication coming in. But listen, it's almost like you are on this certain journey. You're on this certain path. Even if you're just beginning. And I feel like, it's like your guardian angel's like, I'm not going to let anything come in between it. Because it feels very, very inspired again. Victory. This Knight of Swords is coming over this Nine of Cups. Almost like, my life is fine. And I want to keep it that way. I also feel, I don't know if I drive you guys crazy when I say that, but I do. I just keep feeling different messages. It means all the messages still apply. These are just more messages. I feel like using your voice. Now, when I say that, I mean that in many different ways. I feel like is what takes you to the avenue of success, trusting within your own voice. Many are on a spiritual path. We're all on a spiritual path. But you're opening up to your spirituality. And I feel like the more you open up to your spirituality, the more you see, maybe the more signs you see, guidance, right? That leads you ultimately to what feels like true success. Do I think this is stuff that comes overnight? No. Nine of Pentacles talks about the work that I'm willing to put in, right? You started the Eight of Pentacles. I was willing to be the apprentice at something, right? I was willing to open myself up to learn about something. And it just so happens, like it just inspired me that I became the master of it, right? At least I mastered it. But it is starting at the 3. So how you look at it, your intention is important. And it's also interesting because below the Lovers, we have, first of all, 2 sixes. Sixes. Oh, I thought you had another 6. I don't see one. Anyways, what was I going to say? It's interesting because I feel like this Hermit looking over at the Lovers or illuminating the Lovers with the 9 of Pentacles on the other side of that. Again, the sense of independence, right? I can take care of me, willing to put in the work. I just noticed there's that tiger sitting beside her and that talks about, I feel like our lower vibrations, like we all have a light side, we have a dark side. It's you, Libra, of all, is about balance. It's about fairness, right? So I feel like going from the 3 of Wands, my positive intention towards this 9 of Pentacles, success. If you came here asking yourself, could I be successful at this? Listen, if you're feeling inspired, your answer is yes. Now, I also feel there may be someone who, perhaps unbeknownst to you, is attracted to you. You are alluring. Now, I'm just going to say alluring. 6 of Wands puts the spotlight on you. Coming over this Empress, I'm not taking advantage of that, right? The only thing I want to be careful about in the 6 of Wands is my ego doesn't get too inflated, right? Because it's about success. It's also about the energy of other people looking to you, up to you, due to your own inspired action. I can get in my head, right? My head can blow up a little bit here, but not when the Empress is below it. And I'm saying all this because I feel like there may be someone who is appreciating you, maybe from afar. Don't forget, this Knight is bringing in a pentacle. We have the 9 right here, right? We're already at the 9. And then this Knight is bringing us in the 10th. That's true success. Let's see. Let's keep going. You know, it's like those cards I put away. They all came back out anyway. Alright. Wow. That's a lot of cards. I'm going to do this quickly. And then do I want to take all these cards? I just don't feel like they're all meant to come out. Okay. I feel like I'm going to take them. Alright. We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the 4 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles. I'm just putting them out. You know, there's just way too many cards. 9 of Cups, though. 9 of Cups coming right under that 9 of Cups with the 8 of Swords beside it. Self-created prison. Can I truly be happy? Can I truly find harmony within? The answer is yes, but you have to seek it. Seek it. 4 of Pentacles, I just want to say, be careful that you're not holding on to, again, how something must be, right? Be open. And I'm not talking about if this is someone, again, of untrustworthy energy. I'm not talking about that. I want your eyes to be fully open. Your spiritual eyes. 3 of Pentacles. I had a feeling that, it's funny because, again, I have a feeling like, I want to say someone from afar, but listen, they could work in the office next to you. This could be someone like you, like you have a YouTube channel, where you inspire them, that type of thing. 7 of Pentacles. First of all, it speaks of patience. This is your soul seeds of intention. So creatively, you're on fire. Or you can be, if you want to be, if you choose to be. If you're not even sure, like you're like, Sandy, I don't even know which direction to start, ask for the signs. If you missed it, or you're unsure, ask for another sign. But you got to learn eventually to trust those signs. You know, much like your intuition. If something feels wrong, trust that. That's what fear is for. It's not to rule our life. It's a measurement of something's wrong. King of Cups, Virgo, or Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. 6 of Pentacles. I feel like there's just so many cards here. The Fool. 8 of Cups. 3 Swords. Okay. I'm sure some of you are like, 3 Swords, bummer. That's heartache, right? That's previous heartache. But listen, it's coming right on your tree. What does that tell me? That tells me even the difficult situations were there to teach you something. And sometimes, because of the 9s on the board, sometimes it's about patterns. About patterns that maybe I haven't seen, but if I reflect back, I can see my pattern is I keep getting pulled. This person puts out their hand, I keep grabbing it. But what if there's someone else? What if I gave someone a title that they don't deserve? Somebody else does. You have the Fool. And look what the Fool's coming with, the 9 of Cups. Again, 9, singular, and then the Fool. Something new. Something new. This is what you want to be careful of. The 8 of Swords. Why am I saying that? Because you have the 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Though I do feel like it wants to leave. I don't feel like it wants to be part of your life anymore. 8 of Swords is that self-created prison. This is where I could stop. You know, it's like the signs will come in, but I don't know. It's like I want to disconnect from the world because for some reason I no longer trust the world. No longer trust love. But you got to trust yourself. You got to trust that you can work through this. You know, if someone keeps coming into your life and then they keep bringing the same old bullshit, and, you know, but that doesn't mean it's easy to say goodbye, right? I mean, I've been in let's use my ex-husband for an example. I mean, he was a terrible husband. I don't know what else to say, but he was. You know, he was just out at the bar all the time, cheating all the time. You know, and did I leave? Yes. Did I take him back? Yes. You know what I mean? So it's like, it took until I saw that things will never change, right? And he still is the same. For me to break that tie. Now, I'm truly with the love of my life. Now, this is a long time in between. I mean, I got divorced in 1986. But the person I'm with is someone that I was with when I was 15. And then life, you know what happens to teenagers, you know, life, some stay together, but most don't. But 40-some years later, he reaches out, and here we are together again. It's interesting if you just look back at your life. If I look back at my cycles, I've had some very, very difficult cycles, no doubt. But I have to tell you, it gives me a true appreciation for where I am right now, even though I've had great loss. I still have the appreciation for where I am right now. I don't know why I'm saying all that, guys. It must be for someone. The Fool coming over that Nine of Cups. You know, it's like finding that inner harmony, and then maybe that means now I'm ready to truly move into, especially with the Six of Pentacles here, the give and take, right? Libra, you need it done fairly. You are justice, right? You are about balance. But you've got to find it within yourself first. You know, balance just means the light and the dark. The masculine and the feminine. Anyways, Six of Pentacles, it's that stage where I'm learning the art of give and take. Right? Maybe I can easily give, but I'll have a hard time receiving. And maybe because I have a hard time receiving, it's created a pattern where what then I do receive, I don't know, doesn't seem to value you. Now, as I say that, I want to say that doesn't mean that there's not someone or something out there that will value you, value you like no other. Six of Pentacles. I have learned compassion. I've learned empathy. Not just for others, but also for myself. Sometimes I just need to, it's like you look back at your life and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? Just forgive yourself, right? Just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Ask God to forgive you if you need that. And then trust that it be so. Okay. Let's remember everything that we have here. And I'm going to do something different here. I'm going to pick all these up, and I'm going to use the Luminous Tarot as a full spread. Just following my intuition. I feel like that's what I'm meant to do. I want to keep out that Ace of Wands, the Empress, and where did the Lovers go? Oh, lover, where did you go? The heck, where did I put it? Was it in this? Let's look at that king a little deeper too. Here we go. All right, so a couple cards I want to leave out. I'll leave out this king. I want to take one more look at him. I definitely want to leave out, look at the lovers. I want to look at this Ace of Wands because, again, this is inspired action. Now, I already know with the Empress there, it is talking about something that you're able to, you know, it's like your baby. It's like, this is my baby. So, let's do this. Let's start with just this king. See, this is why our readings are long. But I feel like you need to know. And I'm just simply going to ask, tell me what I need to know about this king. What do I need to know about this king? What do we need to know? You know, I do see these crystals around him. So, you know, I don't want to give him a bad rap because I do feel like he has the opportunity to heal, to spiritually evolve. Does he? I don't know. Look at that. The devil came out again. Directly attached to him. Some of you, this is a Capricorn. For some of you, this is someone who tempts you back again. Remember how I was saying the Lovers card? Well, we have the Lovers right here. Right? See how they're together? There's no separation between the two of them, but look here. It's also the Lovers, but look at the chains. The devil's influence over them. All right, let's take one more on the other side. Sounds like a song. Well, Four of Swords. Okay. Is this healing? You know, okay. Here's what I want to say. Because sometimes, you know, like, how do I say this? Like, sometimes when you're doing a reading, this can be very confusing, right? It's like, okay, so this king and the devil, really the devil, showed itself in the beginning of the reading with the Seven of Swords. Untrustworthy energy. But I also always feel the energy of everybody has the opportunity to evolve. Not just us, everyone. Does everyone take advantage of it? Of course not. However, this king does have the Four Swords attached directly to him. So this king has the opportunity, or had the opportunity, to heal. Now listen, this may not be, you know, maybe they had a heal over you. I feel like when we get to the Four Swords, it's about life. You know, I'm not just healing one situation. If there's a pattern, I'm trying to heal that pattern at the same time. And I say that because the Fourth Sword is a sword that we lie upon. That's our own responsibility, our own actions, right? And we have to look at that. So I feel like for some, this king does evolve, or could be potentially be going through that energy right now. Now, you know, this is tricky because in the first spread, wasn't feeling so good about this king. In this spread, it's saying that this king has or had the opportunity to heal thyself. Now, this could also be talking about someone who has a pattern within their life, and that can go the whole way back to like their childhood. Like mom and dad, or mom or dad were, let's say, like an alcoholic, or spoke horribly to each other. Communication was like as bad as it could get. I grew up that way. They had to heal that within themselves. There's certain things that we can't help other people with. They have to figure it out on their own. And to try to fix someone often takes away their chance to evolve, right? Because if we keep fixing their problem, but they don't evolve from that problem, well, there is another pattern. So I'm going to leave that be, but I feel like this king is, coming in a better light now. I do feel like he's coming in a better light. All right. Let's go one by one. Let's do the Lovers. Where are we at? We're at... So you're going to be about probably an hour and a half reading. But so be it. We have the Queen of Wands. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Listen, this is the intuitive queen. This is the queen of action. Again, doesn't matter your sign. Especially, if we're in a Libra reading and, you would be swords, right? But this is talking about the energy of this queen. Look on the other side of it. The Nine of Cups. Tell me more, tell me more. Okay. This queen's holding a sunflower. Reminds me of summer. Reminds me of sunflower seeds. It's funny, and I'm saying that because my son and myself, and my son has crossed over, we both had this thing we both loved sunflower seeds. Like, it was our thing. Alright, we have the Tower. Why would the Tower come out right now? We have Judgment, which flipped itself around. Judgment is a call to attention. It's a call to the present moment. Maybe some of you are having a hard time bringing yourself to the present moment. It talks about manifesting from this day forward. This is about a rebirth. This lets you know that your spiritual team walks with you, hand in hand, whether you feel them, see them, or not. You can. But it's in reverse. Well, look at this. The Hangman has had an awakening. The Hangman has had an awakening. You don't see this very often, at least I don't, because I don't put I put all my cards in the upright, all of them. So when they come in reverse, I feel it. I know it if it's a reverse or not. Coming under the Lovers. It's like your spiritual team is trying to get you ready for something, but I'm not feeling it. It's like I'm not feeling the signs. Look at this. Someone has had an awakening. Ace of Swords coming under that Nine of Cups. Look at this, the Five of Pentacles coming under the Tower. And then, holy cow, last but not least, the Queen of Pentacles. Now, you may be, again, saying, but I'm not a pentacle. I'm not an earth sign. Doesn't matter what's coming. It's matching that King's energy. It's interesting because I do feel like someone has, I feel like you're awakening, and we're on different levels, right? But because I don't feel like I'm awakened and then that's it. No, I'm awakened to the truth. I'm awakened to the real truth. And then what I do with it, it's up to me. This feels like it can be talking about someone of your past because the Tower is here, but it doesn't have to be. This Lovers doesn't have to be someone of the past. And I'm saying that because the Tower is mirrored by the Queen of Wands. So it could talk about this Queen having to go through this Tower, or she had gone through that Tower. And then the Five of Pentacles under that. So it's almost like it was against her wishes. It came out of the blue. It felt destructive, all of that. But it did move you. Interesting, I just wrote someone a message about how I felt like, they had gone through a lot of a hardship. And I just had this feeling that her guides wanted her to know that they're helping to put her in a better place. Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. I can't let this, look at that. I was just going to say, I can't let this go yet. And I'm saying it because the Hangman, again, this awareness, right? This awakening right under the Lovers. Do I feel like it's probably for both the people in this Lovers? I do. We have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Let me give you the great news, first of all. The 8 comes before the 10. That means we haven't arrived at the 10 of Cups yet. We're on our way. The 8 of Cups talks about the clearing of the emotional house. I need to get my emotional house in order because your spiritual team is saying, sweetie, there can be a major rebirth in your life. Listen, I don't feel like if something is coming your way, it doesn't come your way because you're not, completely aware to it. No, I feel like, again, you'll keep feeling or receiving messages, whether you pay attention to them or not, your guides will keep sending them. 8 of Cups. Enough with this emotional house, right? I'm done with the past. Doesn't mean, again, if this is someone from the past and and they come in and it feels like they've had an awakening. Wow, it just feels like it might be so. Because this 8 is moving out of the emotional house, out of the emotional turmoil of what was once the Tower and the 5 of Pentacles. And look where it's moving to, the 10 of Cups. Remember how earlier I said we had this 9 of Cups and we have it again? And then the Knight of Pentacles was bringing you in something into your physical world, into this physical plane? Well, how's that? Okay, I get it. Don't shut down your spiritual team. They're here to help you. They're here to guide you. No doubt. Some of you, it's your mother. All right. I want to look at the Ace of Wands and the Empress together because I feel like they belong together and they were connected. They're actually like this. So let's just go around them. We have, there was that 2, right, that we didn't see in the first spread. Well, here it is. Then we have the King of Swords. Listen, I feel like, first of all, the Ace of Wands with the 2 of Wands. I don't even know why I'm going this way. I should be going this way. I feel like I get this inspiration. I get this, this sign, this mustard seed, and I take it. Look at this person. They're holding the world in their hand. You got the whole world in your hand. You got the whole world in your hand. Let's keep going. Stop singing and let's keep going. Holy cow. The Lovers again. This is why I use different decks, guys. The Lovers again. This is all in a very positive nature. The Knight of Cups. Unexpected, but it's coming. You now have 3 knights. One, your guardian angel, saying, I'm bringing in this pentacle into your physical world, and it just might blow you away. The Knight of Cups, unexpected, couple fulfillment, heading in your direction. When? Well, that's what the Knight of Cups is about. We don't know. It's unexpected. But maybe my intention. Listen, this is all of the light. I have to say, this is all of the light. 9 of Pentacles. Look at this, the 5 of Cups. Wow. First of all, I feel like from the period, again, if this, and when I say some of the past, this can be past lives also, because this is not a karmic relationship here. This is either a soulmate or a twin flame type of relationship. You know, it is, let's just say it's a higher love. Let's not even put a title to it. Let's just say it's higher. It has the potential of truly being a higher love. Probably more than you've ever experienced, even if it was someone of the past. Because again, we had that awakening, not for one lover, but for both. All right, I don't want to leave it there. I don't want to leave it at a 5, because 5 does speak change, right? And let's talk about this 5 of Cups real quick, because we did have the 8 of Cups, which talks about taking that moment to clear my emotional house, to not allow it to affect my future, my present day, and to build from this moment forward. Remember, you're always a magician. From, you know, your seeds of intention from this moment can pretty much predict your future. 5 of Cups, it's more where my focus is on what I've lost. But the 5, change. Why? Because there's 2 cups in this 5 of Cups person's life that they have yet discovered. Listen, maybe your head's been down, you've been building your business, you've been building your pentacles, and maybe now you're feeling strong and independent within yourself. And I mean, listen, love can come in at any time, but if it comes in when I'm an emotional wreck and my life is an emotional wreck, yes, it can help expand me, but will it, right? Will I appreciate it for all that it is? Anyway, let's go one more row here. Ten of Wands. Look at that, in reverse. In reverse, guys. This is great news. Ten of Wands is where it's like all the burden's been on my shoulders. All the responsibility has been put on me. This is when I'm letting it go. This is when I make a decision. I'm only going to be responsible for myself and what, I'm not saying you're not responsible for children if you have children, but I'm talking about maybe it's a pattern I had to look at. Maybe I tended to automatically put everybody else's problems on my shoulders. I don't think you're doing that anymore. That's great news. Three of Pentacles. Again, the Three of Pentacles. Your creativity, your individuality, all of it being important, all of it. And appreciating, this is other people appreciating you, though, and what you bring to the table. You are the missing piece of the puzzle. And now you're figuring that out. I often feel in this energy, a million people could be doing the same thing that I'm doing, but nobody does it like me. Oh, I didn't even mention the King of Swords, which can be you, right? Libra, I can't get my signs right. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. What's wrong with me? We have the Nine of Wands. Don't give up on me, baby. One more. Seven of Pentacles. So, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Does it have to be? No. But it is, these experiences are experiences your soul came to this physical plane, this lifetime, to have, to expand from, to learn from. I often look at this as like when we do cross over, I don't want to go back to like all the young souls and I'm going to say, tell me all about your experiences. And I'm going to say, oh, I didn't do anything because I got hurt, so I isolated. I have nothing to teach. I want to go back and tell them one hell of a story. Like, yes, I know pain. I have suffered pain. I have experienced glory. I have been hurt, but I've also experienced great love, right? I've experienced adventure. I've created a world for myself. In the Two of Wands, he's holding the world in his hand. He's holding it in his hand. Trust what it is you have to bring to the world. Because I feel like the rest of us will trust you. As this relates to love, I feel like this is great love. And listen, some of you are already in it. This can be something new. When I say new, it could be part of a new cycle. That could be a year in, 2 years in. But to me, I feel like if that's the case, things are just getting better and better and better. Don't question your path. You're on the right path. Your creativity is on fire. And I feel like it is meant to be. And it's interesting too, because I feel like the love that's coming to your younger self, let's say, or your inner child, I feel like is great. It's like the inner child healing, and then the inner child comes alive. Guys, I loved your reading. I loved your reading. Okay. Let's go ahead and read let's read Mother. And I have to say, I feel like for quite a few of you, your mother is, I feel like your main guide. All right. This card says that your current situation is rooted in your feelings about your mother. The first thought that springs to mind right now is exactly what needs to be addressed and healed. Regardless of your mother's lifestyle or history, you are the one currently living with your feelings. So Mother Mary seeks to support you in gently adjusting the way you view your past, to give you more freedom in your present and future life. As you hold a compassionate viewpoint toward your mother and see her as a fallible human who is doing the best that she could do, you heal in profound ways. Having a healed viewpoint concerning your mother allows you to be more open to receiving God's gifts, help from others, and messages from the divine. Ask Mother Mary for assistance in releasing any old or heavy emotions connected to your mother so that you can better enjoy each moment of your life. Wow. Now, I could feel it. I know some of you are saying, I am not going to forgive my mother. That's your choice. But this is, I feel like, the advice. But ultimately, you have to make the decision. But I could feel that. All right, let's go to integrity. Integrity. You drew this card because the situation you're asking about involves someone's integrity. This card comes as guidance to pay attention to your body's signals because you can sense whether someone is being honest. Mother Mary is a wonderful role model of gently and lovingly demanding that others live truthfully. You can do the same with the people in your life. You can also avoid those who aren't acting with integrity. Either way, trust your gut feelings to steer you towards individuals who tell the truth and walk their talk. This card also asks you to tell the truth yourself, even if you're uncomfortable with the possible reaction. Prayer can guide your words, give you courage to speak up, and help create a healthy atmosphere of honest communication. Amen. Beautiful. I love you guys. I'm not going to give you all the spiel at the end. I'm just going to say I love you. I know, now I understand why a lot of you are calling out for this reading. My prayer for you is you have a very open mind, right? We're not making predictions here. We're giving potentials. This is the potential of what can be. But it takes my action, my inspired action, starting from this point, moving forward. Wow. You just may find yourself in a life that you think is unbelievable. Like, I just feel like you may find yourself in this ultimate joy and just one day be like, how did I get so lucky? Even though you've been through hell. That's why you appreciate that joy, because you've been through hell. I love you guys. I thank you for your patience. I thank you for your patience of watching a long video. You know, like, I kind of feel sorry for those who don't see the end of these readings, because look at this. You know what I mean? Look at it. Wow. Anyway, I love you. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.